You know, one of the interesting things about going to church on a Sunday at Christmas time, I remember it's actually about my son. I don't know, Mr. Bean, the comical television show, is a show that's very popular right around the world.
My father had this tradition, not just at Christmas time, but pretty much every day. If he was at home, he'd be wearing these blue shorts and a blue singlet.
And I remember going to church, I think it was actually a Christmas day. We were at another church, we were at my brother's church.
But obviously at Christmas time, we would dress up, the rest of us would dress up, and so we would have an expectation that he'd at least dress up and come to the table, you know, dressed up a little bit.
And we were running a little bit late because we had to open up presents and everything else. By the time we got to the church, they were singing this song which is Hallelujah.
And the way he would do that is he'd simply put on a tie over his blue singlet.
Hallelujah.
Well, I mean, we'd normally go to church first.
I celebrate Christmas because it's the day that we celebrate the birth of Jesus.
And that, of course, is one of the songs that features in one of the Mr. Bean shows.
You know, it's always quite a tradition. Whole family would get together, we'd go to church, come back, do presents, and then big seafood feast.
And it's a good time to remember that. Not that that should be the only time we remember that, but I think that's a time that is kind of set aside for us to go, yeah, this is the day that Jesus was born.
So, I mean, in one sitting I can do about 2 kilos of prawns. So that's a fair effort, and that's me on Christmas.
So my young son at the time, I think he was only 7 or 8, turned around and went, Dad, this is great, I love coming to church.
And also remember what he did for us. And yeah, and what he means to you in your life, and definitely to me personally.
We've come to Mr. Bean's church.